it's Sami from Sami Sweet Life, and this is another HOBONICHI video. I ended up doing a video last night. It was nice and dark and not the greatest lighting, but you can go ahead and watch that if you want to see the unboxing and me walking through. It's basically my initial reactions of everything. I have a few things that I thought later on, and in this video we will also do a walkthrough. I only have the Japanese versions this year. I did want to mention the pen. I don't have the other one handy for last year, but these are the free pens. They do come with the week's planners because I ended up with 5. These are actually Uniball Jetstreams. They are the multi-pen. There's the black, blue, and red, and these are very thin point. I want to say these are probably 0.38 millimeters. They're very thin. And then I had seen somebody's video talk about these come out and can be changed out. They are ballpoint inks, so there are other refills you can put in here. And it looks like any of those like really skinny refills can fit. So there's other pens that are multi-pens that have skinnier ink refills like that. Also, not only can they be changed out, they are interchangeable like caps, and the tip part and the barrel can be changed out. So like this year's pen for 2024 is like a tealy kind of color with a brown. And you can interchange the different colors. So if you have past years options, you can totally change it. I have heard people don't love these colors, but I love the colors. They match this sushi planner. So I'm like, hello, it's almost perfect match. I love that. The thing is, it's a ballpoint pen, and I'm more of a gel ink or fountain ink pen person, so they are not my favorite, but I will totally investigate changing out the refills because I'm excited about that. I wrote on myself when I was doing that, but I would use the black and maybe like set a pink or teal or something in there, so I can do multiple colors. I will swatch this. It doesn't really matter what page. This is just more like my down and dirty scribbles page. So this is brand new out of the package. It writes nice and smooth. I don't have any complaints about the writing of it. Blue, and then you also have the red. So it's nice to have a multi-pen. I have a few multi-pens from various companies. I'm a pen addict, so I have lots of pens, but they write nice and smooth right out the gate. Looks good on the paper. It's just a little bit thin for my taste. I like a little bit bolder of a point on there, but it looks decent. So this is what I was talking about in my last video, the Sea Dragons. I have used this thing. It's kind of fluffed up because I have put stickers to cover up some of the calendars and things, but it's just like down and dirty to-do listing, jotting notes. This is like the second half of the year here. I haven't been using it a whole lot lately, but this thing is held up really nice. I do not love the ribbon bookmarks, and I think all my planners came with ribbon bookmarks. So they just kind of fray at the ends. They're not the prettiest things. They are somewhat functional, so I've kept them in, but I think I will probably rip them out of my main planners. I'm thinking I probably will rip them out. I'm not going to do it yet. I haven't decided yet. But I just loved this design. And again, this is like the bow and tie company design. It's so cute, the little sea dragons on there. So cute. Like you get the little baby sea dragons on there too. So I have loved this and used it, and this is why I felt comfortable purchasing the HONs, because I really like this one. The one I didn't love was the plain old HOBONICHI. This is the HOBONICHI Techo Cousin A5. And I didn't use this very much at all. I had good intentions for setting it up and doing like photo a day and stuff, and didn't last very long with that. Don't love the red. That's something I will cover up in the ones I actually end up using. These colorful pages don't bother me nearly as much as the red on the monthly calendars and the red every week. I just don't love that. And I don't use these. My normal planners, I cover these up every week pretty much. So I'll just put a little sticker over that and then cover the Sunday part up as well. But I don't like the cover of this one. These are the ones designed to fit into this kind of cover, but I have other planners that are A5 size that I'll use with this cover. They are not made for the HON, so we will test it out a little bit. I had a little hair on my desk, so like these are just not made. They're too thick to really fit nicely in these. Let's see, it just doesn't go in the nicest. It does technically fit, so you could do it. I feel like the A6 one is a lot tighter than this one, but you can see, like, because it has that extra bulk, it just doesn't fit the greatest in the cover. You could make it work, but it's just not the greatest fit. These covers are more intended for the naked book here. You can put a plastic cover on this and it will still slide in here. Easy peasy. And I have Sterling inks and other brand TRP planners that fit nicely in these covers as well. These are made to fit this cover in this slot here, but I never do that. I a lot of times end up sticking like a slim line in there, like the front cover of one in there, and I'll have two in the same little pack. But technically speaking, it will fit these just slightly, which would be super cute with this one. Like having the cover and the home cover. Oh, there's some goodies there in the back, which is cute. Little card from the artist. Let's see, will this one fit? Yeah, it slides in easily enough. Just not the greatest fit. You can see they don't line up very well right here, which is fine. You could make it work if you wanted to. And then you could have all of the goodness right there. Super cute, but not really designed for those. I really like these covers a lot. And if you don't like these bookmarks, you can just tuck them in. I tend to use these bookmarks actually, because they're nice. So you can just tuck them in. You don't have to worry about them, or you can cut them out if you don't want them in there. So you can see this little sushi book right here. This is the Hubin and Choke Girl notebook I was talking about. They have a whole sushi collection. They do various different little collections. And I bought the notebook for this one because I just love it. It's a dot grid. This is not TRP paper. This is just, I don't even know, do they say what paper it is? Yes, 115 GSM cream paper. It is slightly cream, and it does have the ribbon bookmarks as well. Just coordinate with the covers, and they're like satin ribbon, so they don't fray nearly as badly. And it's just so cute. Like, look how cute these are together. Sushi Town. I keep putting my hands like this because I'm used to filming like further back. I changed my camera mount, changed my filming location in my house, and the camera mount is closer to me. So I'm used to like reaching my arms out, and I cut off everything in these videos, but it's a whole lot nicer. I'm just not used to it. But look how cute they are together. So I can have my like notes and bullet journaling type of stuff, and then my actual planner. They're a little bit different sized because the covers are a little bit different. Pages are a tiny bit different size, but they're both A5, so they're cute together. I just love them together, like so bright and happy and colorful, and I just love sushi. The little wasabi right there is so funny. It looks like a poop. Just so cute. I love these. And then this one also is great because it has an elastic pen loop. Not so good for these grippy type of pens, but it'll stretch out over time and get a little bit looser, and then you can stick in a grippy pen. I tend to pick out pens that aren't grippy when I have one of these. Grip doesn't get stuck as much, but I like that it has the pen loop, and together I could have a pen, and I could have all my actual planner stuff, all my to-do listing and projects, and anything I need extra note paper for. Sometimes these are just catch-alls, and I can like brainstorm in these. Currently I'm using a TN Archer and Olive as my notes notebook. So that's my plan, is having these two together. A perfect little match with my little sushi plans. So I really just wanted to pop on here, talk about the pen especially, and I love that it matches. It doesn't so much go with this, but you know what? Last year's pen would match this really good. So my husband's having a meeting right now, actually, in our legit office. I'm just in a guest room filming this, but in our legit office, and when he's done, I'll cut into another clip here and show you guys the 2024 pen, because I think it goes better with this. It doesn't really matter. The pen doesn't really have to match. I just know some people really like it to match. Okay, I was able to go get a pen, and so we're going to compare the last year's colors. Like, there's the book. Last year's color, I think, matches way better. It's still not a great match, but it would definitely do the job. And now, when I was talking about interchangeable things, these can be changed out, which, like, this teal and orange combo, it's kind of like a dusty teal. That's a pretty color combo. And then for more neutral folks, this is more of a neutral toned down color. So really all these year after year, because these come out every year, this is the 2024, 2025, you can change them out. So it's nice to be able to have that option. I'm gonna leave this yellow orange combo because I really like the sushi, the matchy match of this one with the sushi. So there you go. Match. Let's see. Compared it to this, looks pretty good. I mean, the brown sort of picks up the fox, even though he's more of like a reddish orange. Not so great with that one. Not so great with that one. Let's see what else we got. The platinum. Platinum will look good with anything because it's just white. So there you go. A little bit better of a match for the bigger one. these are so cute. And during the day, I just noticed a few more things, like the pen matched. And then also this I noticed last night. The petals, I forgot it has pink foiling on it. So hopefully you guys can see. There's little pink foiled petals on the front of this, which is awesome. No foiling on this except the gold. Like none of this is foiled, but the gold on there, and the gold on the spine. But I just love that, so cute. Metallic pink. And I'm just so excited about all of these, especially this collection. It's just gorgeous, beautiful. And I will have lots of fun. I did want to mention they also have the papers. This is a cover from 2024, but they have different covers on here. And I think this is the same artist, actually. Does it say? Yeah, it's Hiroko Kubota, same artist. And I loved their giraffe cover from last year too. They have just like the cutest little twinkle stars on it. And yeah, I just love the artist. So I got this one last year because it was super cute. It's got the little bears on it. So I pull notes out of here sometimes. They're just A6. We have other cover options this year for the papers. It's a nice, thick, chunky book. And these ones all come out easily. You can just pull them out. Last thing I wanted to mention, I don't generally do plastic covers. They do have specific plastic covers for the HONs and certain ones of the week's planners. They have certain plastic protective sleeves. I didn't think to get them. I never get them. And this one is so dark that you really can't see much wear and tear. Like you can see fuzzes and stuff on here, but no like dirt and grime really because it's so dark. Well, this one's yellow and bright, and so I may end up putting a cover on this one so I just don't get it dirty with my hands. Like I have an iPad mini that has an iPad mini folio case. It's like this. This is an older one. And like you can see this one got all scuffed up. So I was gonna do a review video. This one's just falling apart over time because this is an iPad from, I want to say 2018, 2016, a really old iPad, like one of the first iPad Pros that used the 2nd gen pencil. But the inside where it touches the screen, even the back cover, it's like that suede-y material and it gets nasty over time. This is just like holding it for years and years. I think even in the span of a year, it will get grimy looking, like just where your skin oils touch the planner. I feel like it will get grimy over time. So I think I will put a plastic cover on this one. I'm not usually keen on plastic covers, but I do want to protect the yellow since it is such a light color. For this, it wouldn't matter because like you don't see all the dirt on here. It's probably really gross, to be honest. It's been used for most of this year. But that's something to note is they do make the plastic covers. I just never get plastic covers for pretty much any reason, but I think I will for this yellow. I do want it to stay looking nice and pretty. I think that really covers all of my random thoughts. Let's go ahead and do a walkthrough really quick. I'll walk through one of the weeks and one of the HONs. So this will be the same format as the, like a regular cousin. They have the same insides, it's just the cover that changes. So let's move things out of the way and we'll walk through. And I don't really care about all the extra pages. I know some people really do, so I do want to walk through. And this one has the HON wrapping end paper. I'll show you. I don't have one of my English weeks. This one's just like that cream color. Yeah, okay, this just says Hobonichi, whereas this one says HON. Okay, so walking in, I like the taupey color. It actually goes really well with the yellow. Both sides are like that. And then you walk in. It says Hobonichi Techo. It's got the little monkey silhouette there. It's got your calendar. So this is the main calendar for the year. And mine is Japanese edition. So you notice the days of the week are all in Japanese. Then you move into your calendar and it does give you the English lettering for months. It also gives you the Japanese lettering underneath that. And then the days of the week are also Japanese. So instead of it being like M for Monday, T for Tuesday, which is going to be fun for me to work on. Learning it and getting used to seeing Japanese in like real life writing. Same with these days of the week. This is the month. It will still say December. It still says the number. I don't know if these are moon phases or what, but there's extra there without the red. So the monthly calendars are all bundled up in the beginning of the planner. They give you December and then they go all the way through to March. So you get every month, moving all the way through. And I want to show you what 6 weeks look like too. So you get all the way to March before you move into your weeklies, which is great. You get a lot of forward planning in here. I'm trying to see what month has 6 weeks. Okay, December did. So this is what it looks like for the 6th week there. It just cuts off. There's not a full room for a whole box, but you still get most of a box. So I think that's a great way to put in the 6th week because it's just a couple of days. I like that better than like halving a box, especially like the diagonal half. I do not like when they do that because then there's no writing room. There's still plenty of writing room there. Okay, so after that you move right into your weeklies, and this is where the Hobonichi is such a nice planner. There's so many planner kits that make these 1.3-inch column stickers, so I end up using a ton of them from Hub and Chub Girl, the company who makes this book. I get their monthly subscription, and also they're going to come out with a Hobonichi subscription here soon, so you can look forward to that. You can purchase the Hobonichi kits right from their store, and I purchase lots of stuff from them. I've got tons of their stickers, and they fit perfectly in these columns, so it's designed great for that. And then again, like, it still gives you the English days of the week on here. It's just going to be Japanese everywhere as well. And then here, it gives you the little calendar. It circles what week it is. And then also, it tells you the week number here. It says first week right there. And then the timeline is built into the planner already. So it starts at 5 a.m. right here. They go in like half-hour lines because the 6 is 2 lines down. And then it goes all the way to 4 a.m. right here, so a 24-hour timeline, and if you count these 2 lines, it gets you right back to that 5 a.m. So it's a full-on 24-hour timeline. Some people use it, some people will like chop it off and make a to-do list section down at the bottom. You really have tons of options and versatility built in, and it also gives you this space up here. Your holidays and stuff are going to be listed, but it still gives you a lot of space for like your main things of the day, or like habit trackers. I could totally see like doing a couple of color-coded dots with dot pens and then being able to check off whatever habits or things you have for the day. Would be a good way to do it. So you get all of the weeks bundled up together in this front section, and you can see they all have that gray header. It's like a gray navy. They're all like that, so that's all your weeks bundled up in the front. And then here is December, moving into the last week, so it cuts off right here, and so you get to January 4th, 2026. Since we're dealing with a 2025 planner, it ends on a 2026 day. And then you move into your dailies, and this is super cute. I love this like 2-page spread setup. It says turning the page to a new year. These are just gridded pages right there. And then each month you get this blank page. It still has quotes and things on it, which of course mine's Japanese edition, so it's all Japanese, but this page doesn't have the grids. If you want to use grids, you can see the lines behind it. You can see that if you just press on it a little bit. And so you can do this as like a dashboard page, a currently page, monthly goals, recap for the previous month, all sorts of things can go on this page. And then you start your daily pages, and these are set up really nicely. I don't love the calendar, so I would most likely like washi tape or sticker over that. Otherwise, it's super functional. It's got your daily header on here. Also the tabs. Some people will stick physical tabs, but these thumb tabs make it easy to grab whatever section you want. These pages are also full color, so you can see this one's like the orangey red, February's brown. The whole page is that exact color. So that's the only color on the page, is whatever color of the month. Got purple for March. So everything on the page is that color, including the grid in the back. And then these pages, it gives you 5 to-do listing spots up at the top. So like your 5 main tasks of the day. It gives you this hourly timeline. Also, this one is in military time, so it goes to 23. I totally forgot about that. So it says 23, and then it goes back to 0 here for midnight. Same deal with this. It goes all the way to 21, 22, 23, back to 0. And so each line here is an hour, and it kind of divides. So there's a darker line. Hopefully you guys can see. This line is just the slightest hair darker, and people will tend to carry that line all the way down the page and then use this section for some notes and things, and then this section for timeline and to-do listing. And I really like the way that they make that line. So there is a distinction, but it's very subtle, so you do not have to use it if you don't want to. And also the timeline here is subtle enough that you can just ignore it too. Sometimes on my A6, like I never used it for timelining. I just made 2 different to-do lists. Like here, I just made 2 to-do lists. Like this was things to film, this was other to-do listing things. I sometimes paid attention to the line, sometimes wrote over the line. It just depended on the day, so it doesn't matter how you want to use it. They build in some structure, but you do not have to use it. It's so subtle that you can make it your own page. So all the pages are like that, including the weekends. You get full weekend pages for everything. And then you get those all the way through. The only thing that's not a daily page are those monthly section pages that you get. So at the end of the month, you still get that blank page for your recap or goals or whatever you want to put on that extra page. You go all the way to the end. Going all the way. You get the last day of December. You get a couple of just grid pages, which, like, if you have a daily page, generally speaking, you're going to have enough pages, but there's a couple of extra pages for notes. And after the note pages, it moves into a lot of their little specialty pages. Some of these are the same every year and some of them change. So you've got timetables, a graph paper, some favorites. It's got cute little icons you can circle if it's like a movie, a book, music, etc. Then you've got your 100 list, and a lot of people get super creative with this. To be honest, I hardly ever use the back or many of the front pages of any of these kind of planners. Got some icons. This one is like journaling prompts, like how to get the most out of your journaling. This one is called Oodles of Noodles. It's cute. It's got a little QR code there. And then I don't know what this page is, or this page. Then you've got a gifts list. You can keep track of the gifts you receive or the gifts you plan and send out for other people. And then this page, it looks like generations, but I don't know exactly what it is. It might be how old people are. Yeah, it's how old people are going to turn this year. And then I don't know what the rest of it is, but I know, look, that's my birth year. That's how old I'm turning this year. Or that's how old I'm turning next year. So I don't know if it's like the generations are separated out or what. And then here's another timetable looking thing. Not exactly sure. We've got a place for addresses. It does say for 8 people. And then your information here in case your book gets lost. All their social medias and stuff. And then each book is stamped there. And that's the end of the book. The only thing I notice about this one, it does not have the 365-day check off. So I don't know if the Japanese editions just don't have this one and only the English editions do, because this one's in English, this one is a Japanese. So that's the only thing to note. If you like these habit trackers, definitely stick with an English version, because I notice none of the Japanese ones I have this sheet. And some people really like this sheet. I tend to not use hardly any habit trackers. I am so terrible about keeping up with them, keep updating for things. So I'll like work on it and then I will skip a couple of days or forget about it for a couple of days. And then I'm like, screw it, I ruined the whole thing because I don't remember if I read the last 4 days or something, whatever thing I'm trying to keep track of. So I find habit trackers to be really frustrating personally because I do not use my planner every single day. Like I use multiple planners. They do not come out every single day. Like, especially like on the weekends, I'm not doing much planning or goal setting or anything, so I don't tend to have most of my used things out on the weekend days. So anyway, that walks you through the HOBONICHI HON, and the A6 is going to be very similar to that. I don't have a current A6, so let's do the weeks. This one is set up in a little bit different format. It is the cream paper, like I said. You've got the title page here. This is like a textured type of cardstock, thicker page. This is all the TRP paper. It's got your calendar page, again, Japanese. You've got your yearly tracker. Did I miss that in this? Huh? Okay, it just has, yeah, it's the same thing as this. I was on a 2-page spread. I thought I missed something, but it's just the quarterly pages, but smaller. They put it all on 2 pages. Then you get your calendars, the same deal. You get December and also all the way through March. All the way. There's January, February, March, and then you move into your weekly pages, and this is where the weeks is a nice option because it's a horizontal. So these pages are not gridded. You can see no grid, but because these pages are so light, you can totally see the grid behind it, and that's what I did. When I used the HOBONICHI weeks, I just used the grid behind it to line up my writing. Again, you get the quotes at the bottom, the calendar at the bottom. This one is Monday start, so Monday through Sunday. It's horizontal. There are these little dots here, so you can divide these out into 3 sections really easily if you want to. I see a lot of people do like a reverse of this where you can see the line is a little bit darker right there. I see the reverse of people make the line darker on this third right here. to like section off this little section. You get the grid dashboard style page on this side with that just little bit darker line going down. And again, you can divide this out because you can see this print on the opposite side. You can totally divide these across the page to line up with these lines, like just carry over your whole horizontal if you want to. So this is something I use for like my YouTube videos. So this will be like notes, videos to film, that type of stuff that's weekly tasks versus daily tasks go on these parts. So people can divide this out however they want. I've seen so many good options for these. I just really love the horizontal layout. I'm a big fan of it. So it's super cute. The weeklies are all bundled up together. And then this one does not have daily pages. There are two options for the weeks planners. There's the regular weeks and then there's the mega, which has more pages, but it still does not have a daily page. You got some abbreviations, you got a spot for notes, and these are all numbered pages in the back. This one ends up having, I want to say 69, 68, 69 pages. The English version I think has a couple of extra pages, and then the megas have this many pages. I'll put it in for you guys. I don't have a mega handy. This is your notes page. You can put your page number and your index subjects there. And these are just grid pages. You can see, again, you have that little darker line, but you can ignore it if you don't like the line. And they're all just grid, all the way to 69. Then you get your measurements. You get your 100 list, icons, oodles of noodles, more information, which I don't know what that one is. More information again, more information again, then your addresses, and then your contact info right there. And each one is stamped. Same with these homes. Each one is stamped on there too. So that's the end of that. And these ones always come with this adhesive pocket. And so the little pocket part, you just kind of adhere it in. You do like that, or on the front cover, however you want to do the pocket. You can stick it wherever. I don't tend to use those, but they're an option. They come with all the week's planners. And that is it as far as walking through the planners. That gives you my final Hobonichi thoughts. I will definitely be doing planner lineup videos, planner setup videos, that sort of thing. Walk you guys through all of my planner stacks and options for things, so you can look forward to that way later, way closer to actual 2025. I feel like this release is so early, and even other companies have already done pre-orders. I've already received other 2025s from various companies. I feel like planner launch season hits like the last whole 4 months of the year, so I'm just gonna, sit on these for the next few months until I can actually use them. But I hope you guys liked these Hobonichi videos. I really, really love my Hobonichi covers this year. They're so cute, and I'm so excited to play around with them for 2025. So that is it for today. Be sure to like and subscribe and follow me along for lots more planner goodness, and I will catch you guys next time. Have a great day. Bye!